Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SimCity 4! I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're back here in the city of Smog, because I figure it's possibly a good idea to expand it just a little bit further. So that's what we're gonna begin today's episode doing. I would like to take a moment to talk a little bit about SimCity 4. Because, rather interestingly, this game is having some frame rate issues, and that's interesting because it's a game that's like 13 years old, I think. I think it's like 13 years old, and it's dipping to like 13 FPS in certain situations, and that's not ideal, is what I'll say. That's not really an ideal frame rate. It's certainly an interesting one, especially considering my PC being a bit of a beast. Well, my PC's not as much of a beast as I'd like it to be, I'll be honest. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad PC. It's just not as good as it was a year ago, because there's been a lot of updates to CPUs, GPUs, power supply units, etc, etc. There have just been some updates. What is this? They want a city hall. Nah, we don't need one. Smog is not a city. Smog is a way of life. It doesn't need it. Wow. Put that on a t-shirt and watch environmentalists get really angry. Oh, man. I'm in an interesting mood today. You might be able to tell. I just made a joke poking fun at environmentalists. Even though, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call myself an environmentalist. I do care about the environment, but I feel like environmentalists are people that actively do something about the environment. I'm not one of those people, because I'm lazy, basically. That's basically the gist of it. That's why I don't do a lot of things, because I'm quite lazy. Now, there's apparently no car access to your building. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna do anything about that, because I'm just gonna let that area sort of fill up a little bit, and hopefully having that industrial growth there in Smog is going to be enough to encourage some growth over in Newtville, which is just here. I do think today might actually be the final episode with Newtville. Just because for the most part it's kind of done, and I might also take like a little week break from SimCity 4 after this one. I know this is just like part 5 of the Let's Play, but I'm thinking I might take a little bit of a week break from it and see if I can maybe finish the RimWorld Let's Play that's going on the channel. And I guess I'm just going to be a little bit honest as well and say that this game isn't hooking me as much as I wanted it to. It's hooked me, I'm enjoying it, but I don't want to just be like, hey, let's play all of this and then immediately burn out on it, because I think this is a game that I could keep around for a little while, but just occasionally taking like a week break from the game here and there. Anyway, hopefully, you know, if that's the thing that I end up doing, hopefully you don't mind too much. I will come back to it if I do. But I just think I could maybe take a week to finish up some other series, but we'll see. Let's see, what are the controls? Control 1 is going to give me some speed there, which is beautiful stuff. I will be honest, actually, looking at Newtville, it is for the most part done. We do have some pretty high demand for residential zoning, some low wealth residential zoning, a little bit of demand for medium... manufacturing and, well, quite a bit of demand for manufacturing, high-tech industry as well. Might be worth coming up here and adding in some parks just to make the industrial space that a little bit more beautiful, because I reckon it could be that. It could be a fairly beautiful industrial space. What have we got? What have we got? Let's get a skate park in there, because, well, why not? So we'll get a skate park there. I think I'll also throw a skate park down this way. We'll just get some parks into the area to just make people a little bit happier with the area that they live in. So a couple of skate parks around there as well shouldn't hurt. And there are a few people in here complaining about not having work. We can probably fix that in a moment. But I want to get a skate park there and there. And I think I want to try and get some other parks as well. We have a medium plaza, which can't go in there. Medium playground, can't go in there. What else have we got? Tennis court? Oh yeah, that can go in there, except I don't, well, can it go in there actually? I mean, it looks like it can go in there. I just don't know if it can. I guess I'll just leave the tennis courts in there and see what happens. So let's have a look at our income, which is still pretty good. We're still making money, which is beautiful. We've actually almost got $1 million. Sorry, 1 million simoleons here in Newtville. I need to remember that it is The Sims. What is this? Newtville is hit with a stadium crowd. 17,000 up front, 120 afterwards. I'll totally add in a stadium. It's going to go up by the Expo Center, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Oh, look at that. It's a football stadium. Sorry, for my American audience, a soccer stadium. I'm just going to call it football. I'm going to be honest. I don't care. I don't care. I'm having none of it today. I don't know what kind of mood I've got into. I'm going to be honest. What is this? A major stadium is proposed. What is this? I want to add the Hollywood sign? What is that? It's a movie studio! Oh, damn! Look at this! Alright. Where am I gonna put? I'll put a movie studio over here and buy the industry. Actually, buy the cemetery. There we go. Movie studio. In Newtville. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Why are they oh, they're not. They're cheering. Okay. That's a really, really beautiful building. Like, it's really nice looking. I'm really, really liking it. I forgot how much I love the art style in this game. I guess, you know what? I'm saying I don't know why I'm in a weird mood. I do. I spent most of my day live streaming, and then I chugged a Lucozade, and may have also had a coffee and some pretty good food. I'm just in a good mood today. I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm not coming across as too obnoxious. I know the whole, like, actually it's soccer. Sorry. Oh, God. Actually it's football thing. I know that might come across as obnoxious, but I don't know. I'm in a weirdly, decent mood today. I guess, I guess it was some pretty good food. Let's go ahead and just get a little area in here, I think. And let's also get ourselves something like this on the go, so we can get some buildings in there. We have a little bit of commercial zoning, so I think I will go ahead and throw some high density commercial into, hello, there seems to be another fire. Interesting. Let's dispatch the trucks. Hopefully only gonna need 2 of them. But I would like to get myself some high density commercial into that space. And also into that space as well. And that looks pretty good to me. I like it. That'll hopefully fill up in a decent amount of time, despite the fact that I'm noticing the commercial demand has gone away. Good. Just what I want to say. What do we want? We want every type of industry except agricultural. Oh, no, commercial demand did come back there. Good. I think I might get rid of a little bit of the agricultural zoning. I think I might do that. Let's clear out this bit. And then clear out this bit. And then I'd like to maybe go and add in just a little bit of medium density industry just along there. I think that could be a good idea. Just a bit of regular old industry in there to dirty the place up a little bit. Add a bit of character, I suppose. Oh, wow. I just noticed how many high-rise buildings we're getting around here. Still quite a few places where people don't have jobs, but I reckon they'll manage. What is this? Demand for dirty, medium, and high... Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Once we harvest your oranges, they're gonna stink of whatever's produced in these factories. We can barely put the lid on trash, so we have a lot of it. Okay. Can I do something about that? I mean, I could build another landfill. We could maybe look at a waste to energy plant. Could I afford it? Oh yeah, no, I could totally afford that. Let's get a waste to energy plant then. Let's throw it just there and see if that's going to help with the landfill situation, which is actually remarkably close to being full. That land is certainly It's certainly been filled, is what I suppose you could say there, if you were to make such a terrible joke. So, oh, hold on a minute. You can actually see people in there, like, acting, I guess. One assumes that's what they're doing. I guess it sort of looks like acting. I guess. I suppose it's acting. I'm not going to judge. Can we see people in there as well? Oh, you totally can. Kind of looks like they're acting too, to be honest. But again, I'll not judge. That's totally fine. So what have we got going on in here? What complaints are being made? This particular avenue is having trouble. I don't care. So let's close that one as well. Whoa, hello, we got another fire. I don't really see it, so I'll send some trucks to that street in general. And hope for the best. Let's see. Let's write off any future growth in Newtville's commercial sector, Mayor. Your punishing middle commercial tax rate has professionals, retailers, and office hands working harder and harder for less and less profit. And I don't expect any new businesses to seek help. Where are they gonna go? Like, that's my question. Where are they gonna go? It's like, oh, they're not gonna come to Newtville. Yeah, they're not gonna go anywhere else either. So, I would love you to tell me where exactly all these people are gonna go. Industry needs room to expand. Has industry not heard of smog? I mean, I built that place specifically for them. And it's like they're just ignoring it, which is kind of rude in a way. I say kind of rude in a way. Kind of rude, end of. Kind of rude that they're just ignoring smog. What I'll do though is just go ahead and build something like this to get a bit more industrial zoning in there. We can leave sort of a gap between all of this. Oh, for God's sake, you want another? Right, hold on a minute. Let me have a look at healthcare. Let's see. No, get lost. I've had enough of you. I'm gonna pause the game for a minute. I'm gonna look at healthcare. I'm gonna see what's going on because apparently there's some problem. So, where is health? So this is health. Generally speaking, we have got a fair bit of coverage. People down here not so happy though. So we have the money. I suppose we can get ourselves a large medical center. And actually this area down here isn't really covered at all. So I'll throw a large medical center right there. All right. So that gives those people some pretty good coverage. That looks like a lot of coverage to me. So hopefully that's going to help with the medical problems we're having across the city at the moment. Hopefully that's going to do some good stuff, because if it doesn't, I just don't, I couldn't care less, to be honest. Because like I said, this is probably going to be the last time we're in Newtville. So we've had 120,000 people and over $1 million. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a new statue. Oh, look at the size of that one. All right, I'll tell you where that's going to go. That statue is going to go there. So you can sort of see it as you're coming out of the airport. Sorta. Or you'll see it as you're going into the airport anyway. Either way, the chances are you're going to see me statue and you're going to be like, oh, look at that. Oh, they're cheering it. They love it. They love my statue. Of course they do. I am the best mayor. Also, I'm trying to work out how much of this traffic's actually going to the airport and how much of it's just sort of going on this road as a way around. It's kind of difficult to know, really. It's a bit of a predicament, is what it is. Hopefully it's not, actually, yeah, there's a lot of traffic on that road. That is a lot of traffic. Oh, hold on a minute, look at this. We can see some football being played, soccer being played. I'm also aware of the fact that there's no water in here. Let's fix that. Oh, hello. I'm assuming by the fact that the game snapped up to there. Yep. All right. Let's get some fire trucks up that way. And they can put the fire out when they get a minute. Hold on a minute. Did that pipe get placed? It did. So why don't you have water? What have you got to complain about? You have water. Seriously, stop complaining. It's getting annoying. Let's see. I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to de-zone some of these areas where I put the metro stations, since they are just constantly complaining about not having road access. So get rid of that. I think there's one or two in there as well. Get rid of that one. That one. This location is... Okay, so why is that particular spot having trouble with crime? That's like the back... Like, what's being stolen there? Apart from maybe like a bit of fence. Alright. Let's get a... Not a deluxe police station. That's maybe a bit much. A large... No, hold on a minute. Small police station. Right there. So that gives some coverage to the airport. I guess there's not great coverage in that spot in general. But hopefully, that's going to help. And what's more is we do still have plenty of money to do all this stuff. Now I'm going to be honest, actually. I think at this point we are probably done with Newtville. So I think I'm going to start hopping back and forth a little more often. Oh, no, I am... Okay, right. So send out the trucks to put out the fire. Let's go to there. And I think once that's done, I want to hop back over to Smog for a second. Just to, you know, make sure that city's set up a little bit better. When I say we're done with Newtville, I'm not going to just wrap the episode up. No, what I mean is I think at this point there's not really much else I want to do with the expansion of Newtville. So what I'd like to do... Well, actually, can I add in... No, I can't really add trees or anything, can I? I can throw disasters at it, but I don't want to do that. That seems like a terrible idea. We can... Can we do anything with nature? There is like an No, what is this? A Major League Stadium. We never placed this. Where can I put this? Apart from, like, directly in the industrial zone. Sure. Major League Stadium, just right there. It's got a blimp and everything! Oh, that's pretty cool. I do like that. I do definitely like that. Let's just bring that road around there. Alright, so, what I was saying was, I think we are pretty much done with Newtville. I think at this point, there's not much else I really want to do with it, but that's not to say that this episode is just immediately gonna be over. There are still some problems that Newtville is facing. Such as these areas here that can't be built up because of the metro stations. We also have a few spots still where there are people that don't have any jobs, which isn't ideal. But I would like to just pop back out to the region and have a little bit of a look at Smog. Because I want to get that area to fill up just a little bit more. So Newtville's looking pretty good. Let's load up Smog and go to there. It has a population of like 13,000 people, I think. I do believe. Yeah, 13,000 people, that's fine. How much money are we spending here? Oh, get lost. Get lost. Stop it. Right, hold on a minute. I'm pausing the bloody... Right. No, pause. I can't pause while that's up, can I? Right. Enough of the alerts, please. We are not spending more money than we're making. Which is... What is this? New facilities offered. 270... What is it? That's a... Why would I add the fire runway thing? That seems a bit unnecessary. But sure, I guess. I mean, its coverage isn't excellent. Its coverage is actually pretty bad. Looking at it. But sure. I guess we'll just have that there. Let's go ahead and get a little road for it. I mean, let's be honest, I might as well. So we'll do that kind of thing there, just to give that its own little road or something, so it can do what it wants to do. And what I'd like to do is actually come in here and just add more industry to this space. Again, not necessarily making it perfectly even, but I would like to bring this right up to... Oh, look at that. Look at that being perfect. Alright, so we'll sort of just bring these roads back down through here. And we are having some electricity problems, which I will go ahead and deal with in just a second. With, one assumes another coal power plant. Because it really is the way to go. Oil is a bit more expensive, but not really worth it. So, coal it is. Then we'll just go ahead and get more high-density industry, because we might as well. So we'll throw a bit of high-density industry just in there. We'll throw a bit of medium-density industry just in there to shake it up a little bit, just like that. And then the rest of it's just going to be high-density industry, because, I'm going to be honest, medium's not all that interesting. So, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Then we'll come over this way, and do that. And like I said, this is just going to be a filthy, filthy square of industrial garbage. It is going to be absolutely disgusting, but hopefully it's going to do some good things as well. So I'm noticing these fire trucks are actually just cruising around. Didn't really realize that was a thing that fire trucks did. I mean, I get why police cars would cruise around, and I sort of get why ambulances would cruise. I guess for that same reason, fire trucks would cruise around, wouldn't they? Police cars cruise around looking for crime. Ambulances could cruise around and be like, oh, is that person sick? And fire trucks can be like, oh, is that person on fire? So yeah, I guess that kind of does make sense. What is this? Fire protection is spread thin. What kind of fire protection do we have here? That's my question. Not much is the answer. So we'll throw that in there. And that's provided a bit more, which isn't bad. We're making some significant funds just here, and I've just noticed that this area is actually... Seriously? Wow, alright, so we just shot up in the amount of power that's needed for this place. Look, mate, I'm getting on it. Stop! I'm trying to build a power plant, and you're just like, oi, you need to stop it. You need to build a power plant. Even though you're already doing it. There we go. So has that helped by any chance? No. Wow. Okay. So we need another one. That's got to have done it. Surely that's... Look, mate, I just built another power plant. There we go. Capacity has gone up. Beautiful. So we do need more water. Some people just don't have any to begin with. We'll get a large pump in there, I think. And then we'll go ahead and bring some new pipes under the roads. And hope for the best. Don't really want to connect those up, do we? So that, for the most part, looks like it's done a good job, except for the bit in the middle that I missed. There we go. Alright, so... Everybody has water, everybody has power. A lot of people have jobs, I guess. I do think it might be an idea to look into getting another area here for people to live. Not that you'd really want to live here in this city, but I mean, maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe you're living here against your own will. I don't know. I don't know why you would necessarily want to live in Smog City. But, sure. It's fine. It's a good name, I think. I think, personally, more cities need to be named after what their number one... what their number one production happens to be. So... Smog City, obviously, produces... smog. You would have... Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland, would produce hatred and inequality. Okay, that's today's insulting Northern Ireland quota. Nicely met. Good job, me. Let's go ahead then and get some zoning in here. We're obviously going to want to get some high density residential just like that without the roads on it. We'll do the same there and there and there. Then we'll do the same around all of the edges like this. And then those little gaps in the middle can just be for not an avenue, for some little streets. So there we go. That's another area of residential zoning that people can move into if they happen to want to live in Smog City. Here's a question, actually. Just thinking about it. Since we're talking about naming cities after their #1 export, or output, I suppose, what would your town or... Okay, you don't have to answer this if you don't feel comfortable with people, like, knowing where you live, basically. But what would your... Let's say your nearest city, if you don't live in one. What would your nearest city be called if it was named after its #1 export? And then we'll see if people can guess what your city is. So don't say what the city is. Just the answer to the question is, what would it be called if it was named after that export? I think that'd be an interesting game to play. See if people can guess what your city would be. Now, I realize I have just zoned all of this residential zoning when there actually... I was gonna say when there wasn't demand for it, but apparently shut my mouth, because apparently there is. Oh, the burden of knowing that quick treatment can cure, but slow treatment can kill. Not that you've noticed, Mayor, but there are neighborhoods in smog so far from medical facilities. What? Are we, okay, so they have low health. I mean, let's be fair. We don't even have a medical clinic here, do we? Like, that's got... We don't have medical care here at all. So, I mean, your complaint is an accurate one, but it is also slightly skewed by the fact that there just isn't medical care here. So hopefully that clinic can improve life a little bit around here. We'll add another one to there if we can. Another one. Oh, hold on. There. It was working. It was... There we go. We'll add another one there to double up on that a little bit. We're still making money, which is nice. So yeah, we've improved life a little bit for Smog City, which is nice. It's still making money. It's up to 23,500 people. I mean, it's no Newtville, but it's certainly something. There is obviously demand, high demand at that for commercial zoning, but to be honest, I don't really know if I want to add that. Although, did I by any chance? What kind of zoning did I do around the edges here? Because that looks like it's possibly commercial. Yeah. So that's actually offices. So it would have made more sense to put commercial around the edges of this the way I did over on this side. I may have forgotten to do that, but that's fine. We'll not worry too much about it. It's no big deal, probably. I'll tell you what I would like to do, though. I want to bring this avenue. Okay, apparently I can't do that. I was going to say I want to bring this avenue through to there, but it's not going to let me. Interesting. Alright, fair enough. Don't think I can do it there either. Nope. Alright. So that's the only connection. I was really wanting another one, but apparently the game is just not going to let that be a thing. Alrighty. Well, fair enough. Let's see then. So there is still demand for high-tech industry here. I wonder if education would be the way to encourage high-tech industry to grow here. There is still room for industry to grow, but I mean, for the most part, I don't think it's really gonna grow, if we're perfectly honest. So I think what we'll do is we'll have ourselves another little look at that mess. Look at that mess. We'll have ourselves another little look at Newtville and see what's... So what street, mate? What street's having trouble? That one. What do you want me to do? I could turn it into a road, sure. But that doesn't seem like it would make much sense. Oh, this particular avenue's having trouble. Really, mate? That avenue's having trouble. Funny how I don't see anything on it. Doesn't look like it's having trouble. It really doesn't. There's like there's like 2 cars on it, and one of them disappeared, and then the ambulance disappeared. Now it's back. I feel like you're lying about that road having trouble. Gonna be perfectly... Oh, we got a plane coming in. Look at this. And that plane came in at a pretty steep angle, if I saw it right. It's like me trying to land a plane in GTA. You sort of just land... You just sort of turn it into a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, and it just touches down, and that's it. I mean, if it explodes, then sure, but still landed. That's the way I see it. The point was to get the thing on the ground. No one really clarified the in one piece part of things. Anyway, let's maybe do something about the environment here. Because the pollution isn't great. The pollution level is apparently quite high. Safety's not great, land value's not great, traffic's not great, health and education fine, but the environment is just not great. Unfortunately, we have a lot of demand for high-tech industry, which is making me think that maybe we could look into completely getting rid of all of this industry and then rezoning it. And I think that's something I might try. I think what I'm going to do is look into all of this space and be like, yo, get out of here. And be like, yo, get out of here. And then what we can do is go ahead and connect that up to like there. We can bring this road down a little bit to about there and there, and bring those across sort of like that. And we'll connect through onto that road as well. And what I'm thinking we do, despite seriously hurting my okay, apparently not hurting my income at all. What I want to do is get some large industrial businesses in here and see if by any chance they are going to be clean industrial businesses or whether they're going to be filthy industrial businesses. Either way, I would like to get some new industrial businesses in there. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's going to grow. I mean, there is demand for it. Admittedly, a bit of demand for filthy industry as well, but you know, we can't have everything go exactly the way we want it to go. So we'll see. Let's maybe add a park in there as well. Let's see. What have we got? What do we got? We have a soccer field. We have a large plaza. I think we'll go for the large plaza and just throw it in like that corner. There we go. Looks beautiful. Those trees ain't gonna be standing for too much longer, but again, we can't have everything go our way. That's gonna be the motto for every silly thing in this. It's, you know, can't have everything go our way. That's just the motto for this series at this point. Let's speed up the game a little bit and see if this area is actually going to build, because currently it isn't. There we go. Are you a clean industry, sir? Sir? Are you a, You don't look like you're going to be a clean industry, I'm going to be honest. Pollution low. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. Pollution high. Interesting. So the one that's pumping out smoke doesn't pollute as much as this one. The dirty industry doesn't pollute as much as... Eh? Eh? How does that make sense? Well, that's just confusing. That's what that is. Also, these new buildings are very pretty. Those are very nice buildings. Look at those. Are those residential? I'm pretty sure they're not. No, they're not. They're small shops. Okay. Very nice buildings, though. This area in general has turned out quite nice. I guess having the expo center and the soccer field there have really helped. Then this area over here has got the Major League Stadium. Over here we got the film studio where people are acting really hard right now. Does that say something there? I don't know if you're going to see this with like YouTube compression, and especially if you're watching on a mobile device, but that almost looked like it's a gym. It probably didn't, but it kind of looked like it, ever so slightly. So henceforth, that is Gym Studios. Gym Film Studios. Oh Jesus, we have a lot of buildings down here that are not having a good time. What's up with you? What's your problem? Low garbage. Is that good? I really don't know. Crime low. Okay. No one's living there. Abandoned due to commute time. What if I was to add some buses? What if I added like a bus stop there and like over there, and just a whole bunch of bus stops around the place to make everyone a little bit less miserable? Because it certainly seems like people aren't having a great time in the city at the moment. It certainly seems like people are generally quite miserable. So I'm just going to add a bunch of bus stops around the place. I don't know if there's an effective way to place these, but I'm just going to place a lot of them. And I'm just going to hope for the best. I want one there and I want one there. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. We are still making money, albeit not as much as I would have liked. The population has dropped a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean by 15,000. But I think that's probably okay. I mean, it's not, but it's probably fine. Probably. The one-way roads here are actually working pretty well, looking at them. I mean, for the most part, people are... I do love a good one-way system. I do love a good one-way system. You might have noticed, if you've been watching the channel for 5 minutes, that every time it comes to laying out roads in a game like this, I always end up with at least one-way system. Although I'm realizing that that one-way system might very well be the reason some of these people are abandoning their buildings. Because it is mostly that district. Well, there's a few around here as well. It still seems like it's mostly that district that has abandoned buildings. And I'm feeling like maybe it is a commute time problem. So, what if we just go and do this? It's not gonna let me, is it? Seriously? Oh, don't do that to me. I don't want to bulldoze the roads to do this, but I'm gonna have to. Alright. Let's give this a test. Let's bulldoze that road the whole way along there. We'll keep the one-way bit in the middle. That sort of little avenue thing going through there. But I want to get rid of the one-way system going around this district. Because me thinking is that maybe that's a major part of the problem. That's maybe what's annoying them. That's maybe what's giving them a massive commute time. Because they have to drive around the whole thing, and they're probably not happy about it, so let's just do this kind of thing. Just going the whole way around that area. It's going to get really confusing for traffic, because it's going to be moving in a lot of different ways, but I'm sure it'll manage. Bring that road down to here, and connect it up to there. Sure. Connect it up to Sim Nation. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all. Let's connect you to there. Let's connect you to there. Let's connect you to there. And connect you to there. And then there should be a little connection just there, I think. Possibly. We do, of course, want a connection just over here for the avenue. So we'll do that there. And can I do that? No, that's not really going to work, is it? Alright, we're gonna have to bulldoze some buildings. Do apologize, guys. But you were standing well in the way of progress. Whether or not this is progress is, I suppose, to be debated. But I like to dream. I like to think this is progress. We do also need to connect up those roads as well. So connect that one up. And is there a road in there? It's really difficult to tell. No, it doesn't look like there was. There is one just there, though. So, connect that up to that point. And there we go. Let's see if that's going to improve that area and improve the commute time. Remember when I said I was probably done with Newtville? Apparently I lied. Apparently I was very wrong. Hopefully that area does improve a little bit. That would be nice, though. That would be super, super nice. And I mean, we don't have demand. Well, we have a little bit of demand. We have high-tech demand, which admittedly doesn't seem like the kind of demand that's going to fill out these spaces. So let's experiment a little bit. Yeah, get lost, mate. Let's experiment a little bit with... Get lost, mate. With the medium density industrial zoning there. We don't want roads in it. And we'll see if some high-tech industry builds in there. Some medium-density high-tech industry. That's a mouthful. I have my doubts, though, to be honest. And this area here doesn't really look like it's doing much. And it looks like unemployment is spreading across me city. Which is great. That's just what I want it to do. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, well, ladies and gents, I think I am going to leave it there for today. Like I said a little bit earlier in the episode, I do reckon I'm going to give this game a bit of a break for about a week. It shouldn't be too much longer than that. The reason being, I'd like to work towards wrapping up the RimWorld Let's Play. I'm not going to rush it or anything if you happen to be a fan of the RimWorld Let's Play as well. I'm not going to rush to have it done, but you know, I might put out more regular episodes of that or something just to see if we can not drag it out for too much longer, because I think it has the potential to do that, so I'd like to avoid dragging it out for too long. So yeah, we'll take a break from this game for about a week. We'll come back to it shortly. We'll start working on another city. Looking at the region view, which is something we can do before we wrap things up completely. If we have a look at the region, I'm thinking it's either going to be a city next to Newtville, which is sort of preferable because we can build off of that and start filling out this whole area up here. Or we could move down and start working somewhere down here, somewhere completely different. We could work on one of the very small tiles in here, which is certainly something we could do as well. But my idea is that I think we might focus on filling out sort of this these 9 tiles here, sort of take the city's skylines approach with the 9 tiles and then go from there and see what else we can maybe do in the entire region. I would like to get at some point towards working on a giant tile like this, but I don't want to jump into that too soon. So yeah, leave your thoughts. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go for a tile around here or a completely different tile down here. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and with that, ladies and gents, I'm gonna leave it there for today. I swear I can speak. Let's try that again. Let's try that one more time. With that, ladies and gents, I'm gonna leave it there for today. Thank you kindly for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to share it on social media, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!